So we've done really well there. If I was to trade in my entire PS4 collection, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the free trading game collection challenge, the series where we build a video game collection without spending any money on it. If you want to see how we've managed to accumulate all of these games, consoles, TVs and everything up until this point, there is a playlist with nearly 50 videos for you to check out. You can skip them, you can play them at double speed, you can sit there and watch the entire thing back to front. It's entirely up to you how you want to catch up. In this episode, we are going to go through the PlayStation 4 section of the collection, and we're going to add up how much trade we would get if we traded it all in, but more importantly, how much it's worth. Since we've been adding and taking away, and we did a big purge not so long ago, I'm kind of lost as to how much the collection is actually worth. It's not really that important, but at the same time, I might as well find out. So I thought I'd do the PlayStation section first, as it was the biggest section. I was going to do it all in one video, but it took me so long to compile the list for the PlayStation 4 section, I thought I would just make it its own video. The next time we do one of these, which will be in like 2 days time, I will give you the entire collection, how much the Mega Drive is worth, how much the PlayStation 5, 4, 2, 1 and everything combined is worth on all the consoles and everything. But because the PlayStation is the section with the most games in it, I thought it would be interesting to go through that. More importantly though, there are some games that have gone up. One game has gone up an incredible amount and is worth more than double what I paid for it at CEX. But before we get into that, in the last episode, spoiler alert, we went into a charity shop and we ended up buying a good few Xbox 360 games. Now, a lot of them went into the collection. Some of them are now in a trade pile, ready to go in to be traded in, either in Insane Games or CEX, one or the other, whoever I can get to first, really. I would imagine CEX would be the one that I would try and avoid, just because I know they're not going to take half the games because they're going to be fussy. One thing I forgot to mention in that video, though, was how much the Xbox 360 games I bought would be to buy. So these are the ones that we've decided, or rather I've decided to put into the trade pile. Now I am deliberating whether to keep this. I don't know why I thought, oh, I'll never play it again. I think I would. So I think I might keep this in the collection, at least for now. If I change my mind further along down the line, I'm not sure. The other games, Sleeping Dogs, Evil Within, Final Fantasy and Dungeon Siege will be put into the trade pile. The other games are now obviously in the collection. If I were to buy everything that we bought from that charity shop, from CEX, it would cost £43.50, which gives you some indication of how good that deal was, because it cost me £4.50 for the whole thing. So it's actually saved me £39 buying it from that charity shop, as opposed to going into CEX and buying it. Because at the end of the day, not these, maybe Left 4 Dead aside, I probably would have bought the majority, if not all of those games, except maybe Watch Dogs. There they are there. But yeah, I think Watch Dogs is the only game out of the ones that we picked up that is now in the collection, because it's just not worth trading in, is the only one that I probably wouldn't have bought. Everything else I would have at some point, probably in it spending the profit. So yeah, we've done really well there to get £43.50's worth of games for £4.50, and some of them will then be traded in and will make me some credit in order to buy some other games as well. So we've done really well there. So in my hand I have some PlayStation 4 games that I'm going to talk about. The whole video isn't going to be just me talking about these 5 games. I want to go through the list of all of these games and how much they're actually worth now. Some of them really surprising. A lot of them are sort of in and around what I paid in the first place. So going from alphabetical order, or rather in alphabetical order, we have American Fugitive, which is now worth £10. It trades in for 6. Burnout Paradise trades in for 6. It sells for 10. This is all CEX prices. I've decided that we are going to base the entire collection on CEX. If I can't find it on the website, I will go off eBay. But as much as I can, I'm going to go off CEX. Reason being is because Insane Games will price match CEX for everything, whether it be trade or purchasing. So it's kind of like CEX in that regard. And of course, we are spending the profit most of the time anyway in CEX. I'll go to game every now and again, but because they're sort of dying out and nearly gone at this point, I think CEX is the best place to price match, really, with the collection. So that's what I'm going to do. Contra. £1.60 trade, £4 we would have to buy it for. Crash Dummy is a game that I haven't got round to playing yet, but it would trade in for £4, which is kind of cool actually, considering you can buy it for £6. So I think that's pretty good. Dead Island trades in for £6. You can buy it for £10. Desperados 3, we got that in a spending the profit episode in game. That is a £5 trade, £8 to buy. Doom is £3 trade, £5 to buy. Escapists 2 is £4 to trade, £6 to buy. Another one of those really good games. Fallout 4 unfortunately isn't really worth an awful lot. It doesn't really trade, and they only sell it for £1. Interesting story about that. I say interesting, not really, but in one of the episodes coming up, I find someone trying to sell Fallout 4 for a lot of money, and I question them, and it was a retailer as well. Far Cry 4, £1.60 trade, £4 to buy. For Honor is exactly the same. Horizon Zero Dawn is £3 in credit and £5 to buy. Lara Croft Temple of Osiris, that is a game we picked up in the boot sale. I think I paid £8 for that, and it would cost you now £10 to, in fact no, I paid less than £8. It used to trade for £8, my bad. It now trades for £6, but you can buy it for £10. So if anything, that may have come down slightly. Mad Max in the tin, we got that on Vinted and is now worth £8. I say £8. Mad Max, just the standard edition, is worth £8. When it comes to special editions, maybe I should be adding a little bit more because CEX don't account for special editions. However, I'm not going to on this occasion. Then we start to get into the games we're going to talk about. So the Mafia collection is the first one that I'm going to talk about here, because that is a game that I do not remember spending £18 on, but that's how much it would cost you if you want to go and buy it from CEX right now, and it trades in for £12. So the Mafia collection is one of those. I really love the Mafia games. Mafia 2 on the Xbox 360 is by far my favourite. I would maybe a fan, maybe isn't the right word, I don't know, but I love those games. I am a big fan of it. The Mafia 2 in particular is the best one. So that is now £18. If I can find out exactly how much I've paid for it, I will show you on screen, because I'm going to have to go back through all the other episodes. But in my opinion, I think that's gone up. I don't think we paid £18 for that. I'm going to show you on screen that I've paid like 24 for it now and be look a little bit stupid, but I'm quite confident that we didn't pay 18 for that. I think it might have been 15, but I think it's gone up. Next game is Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm guessing we picked it up from CEX, but that trades in for 8 and you can buy it for 12, but I don't remember spending £12 on that game. Next one is one that shocked me a little bit because I didn't expect it to be worth this much. Again, if I can remember how much I paid for it, or rather if I can find out, if I can go back, I'll show you, because I can't remember. We are talking Mud Runner, American Wilds. This game I think is also available on Switch and a few other platforms as well. This trades in for 12 and you can buy it for 18. Again, I haven't actually played it. It looked interesting to me and that's why I remember picking it up in the first place. But I don't remember paying 18. Would I have paid £18 for a game that is essentially just like a cross-country sort of large vehicle type racer? Is it a racer? I'm not even sure. But I don't think I would have paid £18 for that. If I can find out the exact figure, I'll put it on screen. But I think that may have gone up since we bought it last. One of these on the list, and it's not too far away now, really did shock me. So Prey, bought that in a most recent Spending the Profit episode. I think £3 trade, £5 to buy. Resident Evil 2 we picked up in a boot sale for £5, I think, £6 maximum. That is £15 to buy, £10 trade, which is really nice. Resident Evil 7, £5 to trade, £8 to buy. We got that in Insane Games. Didn't spend £8 on it though, and we used credit to get it. Resident Evil Revelations, that was a fairly recent pickup. £15 they charged for that, £10 in trade. That is not something we spent £15 on. Absolutely not. 12 at most. It may have even been less. We got it in a CEX, and I think it was the CEX in Gloucester that I bought it in, because I was gonna buy the Wii U version. And I decided, why would I want to spend... No, we spent way less than that. Was it like £6? Oh, I need to go back and have a look. I'll put it on screen for you. We did not spend £15 on that game. That's gone up considerably, I feel like, in the last few days. Then we come to the one that's really shocking. I remember buying this. In fact, I remember buying 2 of these. A lot of you who have watched the series will know what I'm talking about in just a second. We were in CEX in Swindon, and I went there almost specifically for this. I mean, a few other reasons, but they were selling Rock Band 4 for £10, and it had just come down in price, and they had 2 copies in stock, and I bought both of them because my thought process was that I will buy both, put one into the collection, and then I will sell the other one on eBay to pay for both of them. And it kind of worked out that way. I think I got £18 for one, 17 at the very minimum, and it more or less paid for both, not really. That trades in now for £16, which means they charge £25 for this game. We bought 2 of them from the same store for £10 each. I can't believe, and it wasn't even that long ago. I can't believe how much that's gone up in price. Moving on. Shadow of the Colossus, I think this is about right. We may have paid 10. I think we did probably pay 12. They now charge 12. It's £8 trade. Shadow of Mordor trades in for 4, £6 trade. Soul Calibur they sell for 6, £4 in trade. I meant £4 in trade for Mordor. Star Wars Squadrons is another one, £4 trade, £6 to buy. Steep is £1.60 to trade, £4 to buy. And then the last game that I want to talk about, no, second to last game, the penultimate one, if you will. Because again, I don't remember spending 18 on this. I think it might have been 15. This is a Street Fighter, the 30th anniversary edition. I've played this a little bit, and I'll be honest, I am a Mortal Kombat fan more than I am Street Fighter, and I didn't even realise it until I started playing this. I played through Mortal Kombat, the PS5, what one is that? So we've got Mortal Kombat Ultimate on the PS5. We picked that up a long time ago now. That was the first PlayStation 5 game we picked up. Played that all the way through, completed it. I've played it through twice actually. I played it on like normal difficulty, then I went up a difficulty, and it was a lot harder, but definitely worth it, a lot of fun. And then I went to play this because I thought, oh, I'm into beat 'em ups now. I mean, it's alright, there's nothing wrong with it, but I am more of a Mortal Kombat fan than I am Street Fighter. I found out by playing this game. But like I said, that trades in for 12 and you can buy it for 18. However, I don't remember spending 18 on this. 15 at most, but I think it was 12. And again, if I can go back and find out, I will let you know. Moving on to Street Power Football, £3 to buy, £1 something to trade. Last Guardian, £5 in trade, £8 to buy. The Order, £4 to trade, £6 to buy. Then we get to 2 really expensive games. So The Walking Dead, I say really expensive, for this collection it is. The Walking Dead Telltale series, the collection, that trades in for £16, but they charge £25. Now that was 24, I think, when we bought it. It did go down to 22, and I said to you that this was going to go back up in price, and I firmly stand by it, but it already has. It's gone up to 25. And I said it would get a little spike. Actually, I'm really shocked in myself that I've got this right. Because when I say things, I believe them, and then when they actually happen, I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. It actually did happen. So The Walking Dead started up again like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So the price has spiked since the release of that. And it's gone up from 22 to 25. So I said it wouldn't be a big spike, but it's gone up. And when that finishes, and they're not going to make any more of the original series, I would imagine that would just keep going up. Why would it have a reason to come down? They're not going to make any more, so £25 right now. I think we've done well to pick that up when we did. And then we come to 2 Point Hospital. This is the Jumbo Edition. A game that I really like the look of. I've played a little bit. I don't really have time to sink my teeth into it, but there it is right there. Now, I don't remember, and again, I'll find out and I'll put it on screen. £22 they charge for that at the moment, and they want £14 in credit, or they give £14 in credit. I don't remember spending £22 on that game. I might be wrong, but I don't remember it being that expensive. Again, I might be wrong. Up next is Where the Heart Leads. That is at £5 trade, £8 to buy. Wolfenstein New Order, £4 trade, £6 to buy. 2 reasonably priced games here. Wreckfest, £15 to buy. Wanted it on the PS5, remember, but they didn't have it. £10 in credit. And then WWE 2K20, £12 to buy that still. But then you give £4 in credit because no one is buying it, but everyone is trading it. And then Zombieland Double Tap is £5 to trade and £8 to buy. Now, I went through every single game. I may not do that in the next video because we're going to be here an awful long time, but I thought I'd go through every single game because a lot of those surprised me, to be fair. Some of them trading for a little bit more than I thought. Some of them are a little bit closer to the purchase price than I thought they would be in terms of trade, like a lot of £4 trade, £6 to buy. Didn't really expect that. So we've done really well there. If I was to trade in my entire PS4 collection, not the 2 PS5 games, just the PS4, we're looking at £230 and 60 pence in credit, which I was very impressed with because it doesn't feel like we've spent. I mean, obviously, I know that everything that you see behind me works out as being free because we buy things, we sell things, we make our money back, and then we use the credit to get the games. That's how we do it. That's how it's all free. But I would not have put a figure of £230 credit. If I went into CEX with a credit card and I picked up every single game that you see behind me and all of these, and I wanted to buy them, it would cost £372 even. That blew me away. That the trade figure was impressive. £230 in trade, that was impressive. The purchase figure, nearly £400 in PlayStation 4 games, and some of them are just going up, and some of them I can only really see going up from now on. So, for example, The Walking Dead, I'm confident that will hit £30 before too long. Games like that Resident Evil Revelations, obviously I would have shown you how much I paid for it, but it would not have been 15, and I am in shock that it is that expensive. Surely that went up in price. Surely it went up. But yeah, Rock Band 4 up £15 what we paid for it. We've actually made profit on top of the profit, if that makes any sense. So at the moment, without delving into the rest of the collection, it is worth £372. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to take the trade figure, we're going to take the purchase figure, because if you want to buy this collection, that's how much it's going to cost you if you walk into a physical store or you want to buy them online. So in the next episode, which like I said will be in like 2 days time, not going to wait long, we're going to go through the entire collection. I'm going to add the PlayStation value to it. We're going to go through the consoles, the Mega Drive games, everything, you name it, we're going to add it all together. But like I said, I'm not going to draw it out like I have with this one. I just thought those games are definitely worth mentioning, and some of the others were really surprising. So yeah, that's going to do it. I do apologise if you found that a little bit boring and a little bit long-winded for what it was, but if you have found it entertaining or enjoyable at all, do me a favour and hit that like button. Thank you very much for the recent support on the videos, and if that can continue, that would be amazing. And until the next time, goodbye.